130 Americans die from opioid overdoses every day. But for thousands struggling with addiction, recovery hardly takes a one-size-fits-all approach. In Pflugerville, a different kind of treatment center is helping men recover.
Tonight, KVU's Bryce Newberry takes us inside the Any Length retreat.
In Tyler Reeves' kitchen,
the key is pepper.
The food isn't the most important part of cooking.
Life looks a lot different than it did.
The 32-year-old hasn't always taken care of himself quite like this.
I wasn't sure if I was totally ready to give up what I was doing, but there was some part of me, like deep down inside, that was saying I didn't want to live like this anymore.
At age 24, Reeves got hooked on prescription pain meds. That turned into intravenous heroin use up until about 4 years ago.
When I experienced the overdose was when I really got my first dose of powerlessness.
The overdose from fentanyl-laced heroin sent him to the hospital. Narcan saved his life.
It was demoralizing, you know, to really deal with the fact that this was the person that I'd become. Like, I told myself I would never become this. And I slowly watched myself turn into this monster.
That is what brought him to Austin, where he finally found a treatment program that worked and taught him some of the skills he still uses in sobriety.
We don't have a chef. Everything's community driven.
Any Length retreat in Pflugerville is where a strong foundation is most important.
It's about how do I live life after I leave here. This isn't the bubble. This is real life. This is real recovery.
Robert White is the founder and CEO.
Every time I would use marijuana or alcohol or both at the same time, like I would always end up, you know, back on heroin.
And like hundreds of thousands of other Americans, White also struggled with heroin addiction.
In 2012, like I had this vision that, you know, maybe all the experiences that I, you know, was ashamed about, you know, all these negative experiences that I had around my addiction, you know, maybe that could be used to help someone else.
That's now what he's doing at the men's retreat focused on family.
I finally started thinking about others instead of myself.
Recovered for life. That means there's a way out and we can experience permanent recovery from addiction and alcoholism.
It's a message carrying Reeves into yet another year.
Now I feel like I have some purpose and direction with what I want to do with myself. I feel like I've been called to help other people.
That purpose is because Reeves now works at the retreat and has an outlook he never thought he would.
Just going from this hopeless state of mind to feeling like I can accomplish anything I put my mind to now is just the most relieving sense that I've had come over me.
That was Bryce Newberry reporting. Any Length is a retreat, which means it takes a non-clinical approach to treatment, so patients don't have to have health insurance to get help there. We have more information about Any Length and its programs listed with this story on KVU.com.